What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, Kathleen Kennedy's failure is now complete. Just a few short years after seeing Star Wars at the peak of its popularity, thanks to the prequel generation coming together with the original trilogy, along with the new Disney marketing machine with The Force Awakens, Star Wars was never at a higher point. And this was a glorified secretary that was handed this property by the creator himself, with the budget from Disney, with full creative control, with all of the EU books, with all of the movies, with all of the lore at her disposal, and they moved completely away from it. And even moving completely away from that saw unbelievable success. Absolutely unbelievable, and it can't be disputed. $2 billion at the box office, opening weekend records being shattered. Star Wars was at a height we had never seen. But it was dying from within. Some people didn't see it at first. I certainly didn't. I had my Disney fanboy goggles on. I was all enamored in everything that they were giving me, and it wasn't until The Last Jedi where I started to see what was happening. Now here we are after the Rise of Skywalker, and the series is now on life support. Now, it may seem like it's doing good if you don't pay attention to what's going on, but if you actually are paying attention to what is going on, we are talking about a film franchise that within just a few short years has lost over 50% of its audience. When the trilogy, the Skywalker saga, is at its completion, they have lost 50% of their audience. Look at what happened with Endgame. The Avengers was seeing record numbers across the board. The Marvel Cinematic Universe was breaking records left and right for 10, 12 years, however long it's been around. And still with Endgame, because of the structure, because of the care, because of the storytelling, because of the respect to the characters, once we get to Endgame, breaking more records, shattering every record that came before it, because the property was treated with care. But we end up with the Rise of Skywalker, barely limping across $1 billion. And Kathleen Kennedy's failure is now complete. This woman has ruined one trilogy that actually did see the light of day. She's lost two other trilogies. Rian Johnson was signed to a trilogy before The Last Jedi ever came out. And we've heard nothing about it, other than Rian Johnson claiming he's been working on it, but there's no sign of that. And now, when he's pressed in interviews, he can no longer confirm that he's actually working on it. He is shifting to going, well, I'm still talking to Lucasfilm. You literally said you had began production on it on Twitter, Rian Johnson. Also, Benioff and Weiss, Game of Thrones showrunners that were signed on for a trilogy, they quit Lucasfilm. She's lost director after director after director. There's been creative differences every time we turn around. Now we've even got some of the most prominent websites that report on Star Wars. Now they're even jumping ship. Here's Scotty Mendelson. Scotty Mendelson, Rise of Skywalker turned Star Wars into a $6 billion wash. At least he's admitting it. Here we have Cinema Blend. Welp, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker has already left a huge number of theaters because even Jumanji came out before The Rise of Skywalker, and now it's running ahead of The Rise of Skywalker in terms of weekly box office numbers. It has longer legs. No, it's not going to do more overall money, but it has longer legs, meaning it's retaining the audience better. Here we have The Verge. The Rise of Skywalker is proof that Star Wars needs to reinvent itself. Isn't this what the Fandom Menace has been saying nonstop? That it was dying, that there was a problem, and we continue to be told that, no, we're just intimidated by women. And there's no problem. Star Wars is making all the money. Everything is perfect. Kathleen Kennedy's failure is now complete. So where does Lucasfilm go from here? Do they continue to let this incompetent woman run their company into the ground even further? I have a hard time believing that's actually going to happen. I mean, Disney does have investors. They do have shareholders. They do have a board of trustees. This is a mega business. This is a mega brand. Galaxy's Edge hasn't been doing very well. Don't get me wrong. People are there. It's Walt Disney World. It's Disneyland. People are already there, and they're going to go visit it. But overall, it has not driven the excitement that you would think a Star Wars land would drive. You look at the land of Avatar, Pandora, and how amazing that is. Even though there's not a lot of excitement within that film universe, the excitement within that land is incredible. It's unbelievable. Go back to Cars Land that opened in Disneyland. Amazing excitement. Harry Potter over at Universal. Amazing excitement. Look at the excitement level for the Nintendo land coming to Universal. It's incredible. Meanwhile, Star Wars, nobody really seems to care about the Star Wars land, Galaxy's Edge, at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. It's unbelievable. Kathleen Kennedy's failure is now complete. Now, what is Lucasfilm going to do moving forward? Well, we do have a few positives within Lucasfilm. The Mandalorian. I very much enjoyed The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau did a fantastic job. It's not perfect, but it's really good, and I really enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to Season 2. I'm looking forward to Season 7 of The Clone Wars, Dave Filoni. I'm a big fan of Filoni, and I love The Clone Wars, and I'm looking forward to that. Jedi Fallen Order was a very good game, and there's even reports out there that they had to convince Lucasfilm to allow them to focus on Jedi. Why do you have to convince Lucasfilm to let you focus on the Jedi? What is wrong with these people running this company? It is unbelievable. What is going on? I mean, unreal. And you have to give a shout out to Battlefront. Battlefront is not the Battlefront that came out in 2017, even though I enjoyed it when it came out in 2017. But Battlefront 2019 is a fantastic game. So there is good going on in the world of Star Wars, but it seems like everything that has Kathleen Kennedy's direct fingerprints on it. And yes, if you want to try to make an argument that it's all Kathleen Kennedy because she's the president, you can go ahead and try to make that argument. But if you have any common sense, you can see what this woman is working on directly and what other people that are far smarter than her and understand Star Wars better than her are working on. Don't tell me Kathleen Kennedy had anything to do with Jedi Fallen Order. Don't tell me Kathleen Kennedy had anything to do with The Mandalorian. Don't tell me that, because you know it's not true. But you see the sequel trilogy, the disaster known as the Disney trilogy, I might say. Her fingerprints are all on it. Solo, fingerprints all on it. Yeah, she does get credit for Rogue One, and a lot of you really love Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. It wasn't great. It was good enough, and as it stands, it's by far the best Disney Star Wars film to date, surpassing The Force Awakens in my opinion, because time has not been friendly to that movie. It doesn't change the fact that I very much loved that movie until The Last Jedi, but time has not been kind to The Force Awakens, and rightfully so. So if you want to give her credit for anything good, yeah, Rogue One. There you go. Have at it. Rogue One is the one thing that she has on her resume on the film side that is actually okay. Everything else is pretty much a trash fire. That's not good enough to keep your job. It's not good enough when you've lost over 50% of your audience leading into the end of the Skywalker saga. It's not good enough. This woman is terrible at what she's doing, and she needs to go. And I'm going to continue to talk about it until she's gone. So we will see what continues to happen. But Kathleen Kennedy's failure is complete. The woman is a colossal failure. And everybody is starting to wake up to this reality. So tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Reylos are weird. Kathleen Kennedy needs to be fired. And we will talk to you later.
Hey, this is Jay with Geeks and Gamers with a special announcement. Over the past few years, several of us have been trying to complete a home that will house orphans and displaced children in the country of El Salvador. We were hoping that this home would be finished by the time Christmas rolled around in 2019. Unfortunately, we did not meet our goal to complete this home. Partnering with Jeremy and all of us here at Geeks and Gamers and with you, we are setting up a GoFundMe to raise some funds that hopefully will help us get closer to our goal in completing this home. We will use the money to hire professionals to check out the home and also pay for some educational costs for many of the children. This will help with the burden of those raising money, and more money can be put into this home to be completed. Me and several staff members from Geeks and Gamers will be traveling to El Salvador at the end of May that we can bring a significant amount of money to finish this project. We hope that you would want to partner with us in this as well. So please click on the link, read about it, and do the best that you can. Thank you so much.